Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel. I'm your host, Armani Talks. In this channel, I'm helping you level up your communication skills so you're no longer putting other people to sleep. If you're looking to express your ideas with more clarity and confidence, be sure to subscribe to the channel for 3 videos a week. And if you're a longtime listener, welcome back. You talk a little too fast. Why? We talk fast for different reasons, from context to context. But for the most part, it's for 2 main reasons. One is behavioral, which means that it doesn't matter who we're speaking with, we're just fast with words. It's ingrained in our behavior. With other people, it's situational, which means that with our mom, our dad, our brother, close coworkers, anyone that we vibe with, anyone that we're cool with, we have this nice pace to us. But in certain high pressure situations, all goes out the window and we start bulleting our words. Big mistake. The reason talking too fast is a big mistake is because not only does it dilute our message, it also plummets our likability. And not only does it plummet our likability among others, it plummets our likability with ourselves. It hurts our self-esteem. In the game of the voice, we got to begin this lifelong journey to follow the speed limit. Not talk 10 miles over the speed limit, or not talk 10 miles slower than the speed limit. You talk too slow and you're boring. You talk too fast and you're annoying. We got to begin this lifelong game, of finding that sweet spot. And each social interaction that we encounter, each time we give a speech, each time we record that video, we're going to get a little bit closer to finding our sweet spot. This video is going to help you get to that sweet spot a little bit quicker. In this video, you're going to learn 2 potential ways to overcome this fast voice. One method is going to be through knowledge acquisition, and the other method is going to be through hacking your physiology. And by leveraging whichever method works for you, or who knows, combining both, you are going to begin that lifelong journey of finding that sweet spot. So let's begin. But before we do, be sure to drop that like for me right down below so we eliminate fast talkers and create more beautiful tones. Knowledge acquisition. Every now and then, there's that one moment where we get new information that completely shifts our behaviors. Let me give you an example. Imagine that you are walking home from work. And as you're walking home, there's this nice lake right by you. But instead of appreciating this nice lake, what you do is you're drinking soda, and once you get done with it, you dump your soda bottle into the lake. You're treating this lovely lake like a trash can. You could clearly walk 1 more mile where your house is and just throw away your trash right there. But that's not what you're doing. You're treating this lake like a trash can. You do this for days. You do this for weeks. You do this for months. Until one day, you're walking by and you see this little kid getting a bucket of water of the lake water. You ask that kid what he's doing. And the little kid tells you that his family can't afford water systems, which is why they get their water from this lake. That right there is their source of hydration. When you hear this, you feel ashamed for what you've been doing thus far. These people use this lake to stay hydrated, and you've been treating it like trash? What's wrong with you, man? But that newfound information is going to alter your behaviors. Granted that you're not a piece of shit. The next day, when your body is about to throw that soda can into the water, you're going to stop yourself. You're going to remember that little kid, and you're going to realize, no. Other people use that as a form of hydration. This example is extremely similar to the world of speaking too fast, because in this case, we were able to stop throwing the soda can into the lake once we found out that it was affecting other people. It wasn't just affecting us. was affecting other people as well. In the game of communication skills, you talking too fast is affecting other people. Why? It's affecting other people because us humans, we are information systems, which means that we input information, we listen, we process information, we think, we store information, memory, and we output information, language. 4 elements of an information system. Anytime you're talking too fast, what's happening is others are trying to input, listen, but next, they're trying to process what you're trying to say. A nice processing power goes something like this. It's nice and gentle. But when you're talking too fast, you're making that gentle pace go like this, 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 and it's going so fast to a point where you're overloading their mind. And have you ever had that one moment where you just had to think a lot, you overloaded your mind? How'd you feel next? You felt tired. You physically felt weak. Well, guess what? That's exactly what you're doing when you're talking too fast. It's a selfish move on your end. I'm not trying to be mean, but what I'm trying to tell you is that your fast talking is affecting other people. And if you're sort of like that guy who is able to get that new information and alter his behaviors, in this case, that may be enough for you to alter your behaviors. Next time that you're about to talk too fast, at this point, for some of you, your subconscious mind is going to kick in, be like, wait, you're physically putting other people in pain. And with that small little self-correction, you'll notice over time that your fast talking is melting away. This method is through the knowledge acquisition mode. But for some of you, this isn't enough. You are grateful for this newfound information, but it's still not enough for you to alter your physiology. So what then? Well, what we do is we use our physiology to hack our psychology. What we got to start doing is to embrace the silence. There's something powerful about the silence, but the problem is that for fast talkers, they despise the silence. They treat it like an enemy. They feel as though anytime there's a silence in a conversation, that they made a mistake. But it's not the silence that's a problem. It's your perception regarding the silence that's a problem. And your perception regarding the silence is causing you to execute the silence in a weird way. In a conversation, let's say everything is going well, and then there's a silence, and you have a negative perception towards it. This is how you're going to be silent. It's weird. And since you're acting weird, the other person is going to feel weird and is going to serve as a feedback loop for you to be even more weird. And next time you're going to say, speak even faster next time, which is incorrect. Imagine if instead of being silent like, you're silent like this. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. The second case, you were silent in an extremely pleasant way. Why were you silent in a pleasant way? It's because you weren't all fidgety, jumpy, and all that stuff. Instead, you were still and you had this nice little smirk to you. Did you hear what I just said? You had this nice little smirk to you. The smirk. That right there is how we use our physiology to hack our psychology. The smirk is one of the most vilified body language moves out there. People associate the smirk as being arrogant, being pompous, being cocky. But that's not true. For some cases, yeah, like a smirk like this. That looks like an asshole smirk. Or a smirk like, this seems like a cool, composed smirk. So what we need to do is leverage one of the most vilified body language moves out there, the smirk. And we leverage this during our moments of silence, so we indicate to our brain that all is well. When you smirk, it actually gets you calm, composed, relaxed, because you're releasing endorphins in your brain. This was a hack that we used to do in Toastmasters right before we were about to get called on stage. Anytime you're about to get called on a public speaking stage, try smirking just a little bit and you'll notice the physiological changes. Armani, it's just a smirk though. It's just a small little movement. It doesn't matter. It's the principle of the matter. You ever had that one moment where you told your friend embarrassing secret? It's a small little secret, like you like the Backstreet Boys. I don't know. But you tell him, do not tell anyone. Next week, he tells everyone in the neighborhood. And you're livid. You tell your friend, yo, what the hell, man? I told you not to tell anyone. Why'd you tell people? And your friend says, oh, well, it's just a small little secret. In your mind, you don't give a fuck if it's a small secret or a big secret. It's the principle of the matter. Likewise, with smirking, it's an extremely small movement, but it's the principle of the matter. You're getting your mind to command to your body, hey, smirk just a little to make the silence a pleasant moment. And from that, you are indicating to your mind, hey, you are at peace. You're in a good situation. And now you create this nice little feedback loop where you're embracing the silence. The silence is no longer vilified. And since the silence is no longer vilified, you are having a nicer pace with your words. The fast talking is gradually starting to melt away. And as we trace back the effects, we get to the cause, and that's from your physiology hacking your psychology. That's what we're trying to do in the case of our communication skills. So now you have two methods on how to overcome the fast voice. You could either get the newfound information, understand that you're putting other people through physical pain when you're talking too fast, and you could complement that with embracing the silence. And you're going to embrace the silence by embracing the most vilified body language move out there, which is the smirk. All you need to do is make the ends of your lips upwards, a little bit upwards rather than downwards, and you are on your journey towards fixing your fast voice. These are the practical tips that I cover in my free daily newsletter. I combine engineering with communication skills, something that's never been done before. If you want more content like this, be sure to join the exclusive tribe of thousands of people from all around the world in my exclusive daily newsletter. Sign up by joining in the link description right on below. Thank you for joining me on today's episode, and I'll catch you next time.